It's a gorgeous fall day in Lincoln Park, and we have come with Steve McEwen, the @properties agent who is selling this house, to a really unusual property. It's unusual for a couple of reasons. One, you've already seen it sets back from the street pretty far. Two, it's a house from the 80s, so it has a very particular look we'll talk about. And three, Steve, it's a foreclosure that the bank did something interesting with.
You know, it's amazing. In this day and age where you're going to come across a lot of bank-owned properties in the real estate market, this bank, Brickyard Bank, decided we're going to go ahead and renovate this entire home. And they did a great job. Over the last year, they've gutted everything, Dennis, from top to bottom, inside and out, electric to plumbing, and I'll show you around.
So as a buyer, rather than buying a foreclosure that I need to finish,
right,
I'm buying a place that has been brought back.
And the great thing about it, too, is that because it's bank-owned, there's no emotion here. It's just got to be the right price. It's not a short sale, so it's not going to take 6 months to 8 months to close. It's a bank-owned property. You can close and move in whenever you want.
Great. Before we go in, let's talk a little bit about its 80s-ness that is so visible outside. It's by Papa George Hames, which is a very well-known architecture firm. Was really starting out at the time. This is 87?
Yeah, this is, people have said this is one of his earliest projects from 1987. As you can tell, it's got a very ultra-cool 80s contemporary feel. Yeah. I truly believe that Don Johnson or Prince would love this home. And we're going to try to find the right buyer.
Yeah, you've done one thing out here that is good to point out. You've made the bank made a change, and that's these colors. What did you tell me? The dark gray parts were purple?
Yes, we believe that
Speaking of Prince?
Yes, the original owner either was a big fan of his purple greatness, or she was a Northwestern University alum. We're not sure, but they were purple and gray. The bank decided to change it to charcoal. And Dennis, another great feature is they decided to change the pathway. Instead of going to the right and leading you down a gangway to the main entrance, they decided to alter the entrance so that this way you could actually enter the home right at the front door. It seemed to make a lot of sense.
So this door at the front of the house was here, but you didn't use it to get in.
Correct.
Yeah, we'll go back and look at the back later on and see just how much work it was to get to the door.
Excellent.
Which is another real 80s kind of a thing.
It is.
Well, let's go look at the 2009 version of the house.
Let's go check it out. So Dennis, this is how the bank reconfigured the entrance. And you walk up, you're actually on the second level, and you enter into the kitchen and the living room.
So more of that privacy. Not only are we set way back, but we're up off the street. I'm not hearing anything. We've got the doors open. And Southport is not a quiet street, but this is actually pretty quiet.
Yeah, you know, the great thing about it, like you said, because you are set so back, they call this a New York style, where you have a front yard as opposed to a backyard. You're really not going to hear any street traffic at all. Plus you have the high walls that will block out the noise. And of course, with the mature trees, it's a perfect day to see how this place can truly be a tranquil getaway in the city of Chicago.
One thing I like is this balcony coming off the living room. I mean, it really is indoor-outdoor space. And again, I'm looking out at the street. It's quiet right now, but later today it won't be. But I've got this nice yard to look out over. This is a great space, these two together.
It's a perfect space for entertaining. And as you can tell, it's easy and convenient to go to the deck straight from the kitchen.
Good kitchen, and I don't know what the 80s kitchen looked like, but I'm guessing it was maybe white and mauve or something like that.
You know, I can neither confirm nor deny those rumors. But what I will tell you is that, you know, the great thing about this, you're getting a brand new house inside and out. What that means is new electric, new plumbing, new light fixtures, and of course, a brand new kitchen. So you've got top-of-the-line stainless steel appliances. You have 1¼ granite. You have 42-inch maple cabinets. And if you notice, if you check out the ceiling, this entire home is wired for sound.
Oh, yeah.
So if you're a music lover, this is another reason to come visit 2633 Southport.
And we've come across this hallway to a formal dining and this great living room.
It's a beautiful living room. And as I mentioned, you have 50 new windows. You can tell that this living room is flooded with natural sunlight, lots of skylights. And Papa George Hames did a unique feature. He didn't want to have any of the windows facing your neighbors or the garage. So instead, they said, let's give us a little privacy, but let's flood it with some natural light. And I think they did a great job where you actually see more sky and more of the natural sunlight that's coming through.
Lifting these windows up above eye level, you mean?
Correct.
Yeah.
And of course, it is wired for sound. You have surround sound. You have Category 5 high-speed internet everywhere. And a wonderful place to entertain with the wet bar, in addition to all of the cabinet space that matches the cabinets in the kitchen. Everything about this place pretty much new, including new hardwood floors.
We got to pay homage to this hearth, though, this fireplace and hearth. The mantle, the cutout, the tile below it, the raised fireplace, the pipe that runs up from it. I mean, you were talking Don Johnson. I'm picturing I don't know, one of the Cosby kids moving out and moving into a house with this.
You know, Theo Huxtable would love this fireplace,
Theo
without a
Huxtable,
doubt.
there you
And
go.
you know, if you think about it, on a cold winter day in Chicago,
Oh, yeah.
nothing says warmth like that fireplace and one of those really colorful sweaters that Bill Cosby
Yeah.
used to wear as Dr.
Cosby
Huxtable.
sweater.
You know?
It's true.
Yeah.
Let's go check out the master bedroom.
Let's do it. So Dennis, once again, lots of sunlight here at 2633 Southport. New windows everywhere, recessed lighting, and skylights galore.
Yeah.
I think next to the windows, though, I do want to point out you have humongous closet space. Double
Yeah, this is
closets
the front.
everywhere. And in addition, we've got 2 bedrooms to the back, but I want to take you to the master.
And let's talk about those bedrooms for just a minute. And
Okay.
that is, they've got windows. We were down in the living room with the windows all around. Some of those windows are from these bedrooms. So they've got what's known as borrowed daylight.
Borrowed daylight, or as some people like to call it, a voyeur's dream. You can look out into the back and watch what's going on below you. It'd be great for parents if they could somehow see what's going on above them, but I think it's the other way
I
around.
think the kids are watching.
Yeah,
you.
the kids are
It's
watching
true.
where mom and dad are.
That's unfortunate.
Yeah.
Skylight in here.
Beautiful skylight. I do want to point out, too, when's the last time you saw a laundry chute?
Yeah, true.
So you have this great closet here with a laundry chute directly to the first floor laundry room.
Excellent.
The bathroom, without a doubt, is exquisite. You've got a double vanity, new cabinetry, new tile work.
There are some finishes you've mentioned that are not in that I can get when I buy, right? I mean,
Absolutely.
For instance, there are no mirrors.
Correct.
And these are sort of temporary lights because I'm likely to want to finish this out my
Exactly.
my-
Those lights are just simply for show, but you can, without a doubt, write it in the contract, tell us what kind of specific lighting you want and mirrors, and I will take it to the owners.
I want something real 80s.
No problem. We can get you some neon surround mirrors of some sort,
Oh,
smoke
yeah.
glass.
That's what I want in my bathroom. So then I know over here we've got a huge walk-in closet that
Sure.
will show. This was 2 closets before, is that right?
Correct. It was a double closet, and I got to give credit to Brickyard Bank. You know, they brought in a contractor, and they brought in their own ideas and said, you know what, this would be great as a walk-in closet. And that's exactly what they've created. So
That makes a lot of sense.
if you stop by, you know, California Closet or,
Right.
you know, the Container Store or any of those
Yeah.
Alpha shelving systems, you can really customize this closet and fit your specific needs. But this is a wonderful master
Yeah.
suite. Not only can you fit a king-size bed here, you've got surround sound, recessed lighting, but look at all this natural light that you get.
Yeah.
Once again, you've got a sitting room. You can perfect for reading, and obviously you're flooded with natural light, and a perfect day where the leaves are already changing here in Lincoln Park.
Well, now this is this little courtyard we've been seeing from the upper rooms. This is what the upper levels. This is what brings all the light into the middle of the house. But the thing that I think is really fascinating, you told me earlier, is this was the front door.
It
we
was.
must be, I don't know, 75 feet or more from the street. We had to come down this dark passageway in the past, the way the house was originally laid out. This would have been the entrance to the front door.
Right.
You'd have come all the way here to nearly the back of the house.
You know, it was a very odd configuration. I can just tell you this as a former licensed appraiser. They would call that functional obsolescence. In other words, it just didn't make sense.
I would just call it a very 80s design.
That
Like,
too.
Totally out of place.
It just was stupid.
Yeah.
So basically, what Brickyard Bank did, and I really have to give them a lot of credit, Mimi Salas and Paul Ponacel and Doug Britannia, you know, they worked with a contractor and they said, let's make this house a little bit more functional. So we took away the main entrance here and put it at the front of the house.
Which is where people usually expect
Which
to
is-
find the front entrance to the house.
Exactly. And so
Yeah.
while you do have the side entrance, which is great, you can come out here. Obviously, we could have
Barbecue
a
or
wonderful
something.
day for barbecue. You
Yeah.
could have patio. And they also did a great job, too, because all of these charcoal gray features that you find on the outside were originally purple.
This is where the purple was?
This is where the purple madness was going on.
Wow,
And
so you came into, you were surrounded with purple and gray?
purple and gray. And
We
obviously,
wore the wrong colors today. We should have dressed.
well, maybe you did, sir, but I definitely wanted to dress monochromatic to kind of fit the motif.